Ladies and gentlemen, Rumble Gaming is here, and even though Rumble is not a new platform, it certainly has made an emergence in the gaming scene. A lot of you are probably asking yourself the same question that I asked myself as I started to notice more of Rumble Gaming, and that is, should I be on this platform? If I'm a content creator, if I'm a streamer, should I be on this platform? Should I stream to this platform? Should I publish videos to the platform? That's what we're going to talk about and break down in this video. Coming up, I'm going to go over a few positives that I think make Rumble, specifically Rumble Gaming, a potential avenue for new and upcoming creators, as well as some negatives and Rumble's previous reputation that may hold the platform back. Now, Rumble Gaming isn't brand new and already hosts a lot of major names in the streaming space, among which include Destiny, XQC, iShowSpeed, Kai, Cenat, among others. A lot of these guys and gals multi-stream on several different platforms now, which is just the way to do it in 2024 going into 2025. Most notably, and probably the most recent, however, is the signing of Dr. Disrespect. After it became clear that YouTube was not going to remonetize Dr. Disrespect's channel, it only makes sense that he sought other avenues for creating his content and producing revenue with that content. If I had millions of views on all of my videos and literally tens of thousands of people in every single stream, I probably wouldn't stay on a platform that wasn't paying me either. Now, I don't believe that on paper, when it comes to Dr. Disrespect's official involvement with Rumble Gaming, that he is a quote-unquote creative director. However, he was given an equity-based deal with Rumble, so his investment in the company is quite literally a portion of that company. He is going to provide guidance as to how Rumble Gaming is built out. Now, he's probably not alone in this agenda or this position. There are probably several major names on the Rumble platform that are helping build out Rumble Gaming, specifically the features that it needs, how it can set itself apart, how it can become perhaps a new go-to place for veteran streamers and new and up-and-coming streamers alike. Now, before we dive too deep into what I believe is a positive opportunity for creators out there like me to have the potential of a new, less crowded platform to create content on, let's start with where Rumble began briefly. Rumble was founded in October 2013 by Chris Pavlovsky. Now, I'm not going to go into a deep dive of all of the back-end things that Rumble came from. However, anyone that knows Rumble knows that Rumble began for creators to have a place outside of YouTube and other platforms where they were not suppressed by the algorithm or censorship moderation groups that control the content that's on YouTube, things like this. This was good and this was also bad. Rumble became largely associated with a lot of right-wing conspiracy theorist, sort of tinfoil hatty type people. Now, I'm all for freedom of speech and I'm all for freedom of expression. I think that's one of the better things that came out of Elon Musk's acquisition of Twitter, now X, as an example. But with that freedom also comes the negative, where you have people on the platform who represent a small minority of quote-unquote radicalists that give the platform and the things that are represented on the platform a bad reputation. This is sort of the slippery slope that Rumble went down and has gone down for a little while now, but I believe over time has managed to come out of in a way that it's allowed a lot of people that were trying to express ideas through mainstream media, as well as celebrities who kind of went rogue, started podcasts, maybe started talking about things going on in Hollywood, news outlets, the list goes on, to have a place to express their message, to share their videos, to share their voice without worrying about platforms like YouTube taking their content down for saying the wrong thing. I'll leave the history of Rumble there, as this video is going to specifically focus on the Rumble Gaming side of things, not the history of Rumble, not what Rumble is overall as a platform, but the recent emergence of Rumble Gaming. So again, here we have the million-dollar question. Should you stream on Rumble? Should you create video content on Rumble? Well, the answer is multi-tiered. It's yes, it's no, it's maybe, it's a gray area, just like these questions always are when it comes to choosing how to do something in the content creation space. Unfortunately, there is no right answer, but there are a few key takeaways that can help you make your decision, just like it's helping me make mine. First and foremost, let's start with some things that Rumble is doing right. Right out of the bat, Rumble is an open and free platform that allows you to express yourself as a creator with little to no risk. Now, if you were going way far out to the realm of, let's just say, domestic terrorism or something like that, nudity, pornography, various things of that nature, then you're probably going to get banned from any platform you're on, no matter what. However, you should be able to talk about things that would generally have been taken down from YouTube without having to worry about that happening on the Rumble platform. So they do have the ability to allow a creator to express themselves with much less risk than other platforms do. Secondly, and again, folks, we're focusing on the gaming side of things because that's what I do and that's why I'm interested in Rumble. Rumble has the feature that allows you to create custom thumbnails. Now, that's nothing new when it comes to VODs, but Rumble allows you to create custom thumbnails for live streams, something that YouTube allows you to do that Twitch and Kick do not allow you to do. Well, I shouldn't speak to Kick, I haven't used Kick, but as far as I know, they don't allow you to use custom thumbnails, neither does Twitch. Now, this is a huge advantage for live streaming. Everything about being a content creator and creating a brand and a community is so that what you put out is recognizable to your community. The biggest problem that Twitch has is that it's a sea of the same screenshot randomly generated from whatever you're playing at any given point in time that differentiates you from no one. This is a huge feature in my mind that sets Rumble up for a future of success, not only when it comes to VODs and VOD creation, but specifically live streaming. Anything that you can do as a content creator, especially when it comes to a live stream, that allows you to inject your brand identity into that live stream so people see it and they know it's you right away, making them more inclined to click it, that's gold. Moving on to what I believe is the next positive, I know that the algorithm of Rumble is not really set in stone. It's more of an in the works, artificial intelligence based algorithm, if you will. However, the fact that Rumble even has an algorithm at all, or at least a plan to have some sort of algorithm, is key. Now, you say what you will about Twitch being very similar in the way that they use video tags to try to match people up with certain types of content. By and large, everyone knows that Twitch has absolutely zero algorithm at all. It's very, very, very rare you're ever going to get discovered on Twitch by someone searching for a term related to that game, or even searching for you directly. Sometimes I search for people on Twitch by their name and it's even hard to find them. So Rumble having some sort of plan or implementation, if you will, of any kind of algorithm to help you be discovered based on search terms, based on the games you're playing, based on your brand identity, the name of you and your channel, is even more golden. Now, the last positive that I'm going to shed a little bit of light on is the fact that Rumble has come a long way from its relatively rocky start. It has brought on a lot of really big names when it comes to content creation and gaming, which is a great thing for giving people an option and encouraging them to try out a new platform that they may have some success growing on. Now, even though I've listed that point as a positive, it does lead me right into my first negative, which is big streamers do not bring in viewers for small streamers. Rumble has probably spent a lot of money and made a lot of deals with really big names in the streaming industry to have them stream on their platform. However, Big streamers do not bring numbers to small streamers. It just doesn't work that way. The followings that these streamers have are already dedicated and in place, so it doesn't matter where they go. The people who want to watch those streamers are going to follow them pretty much anywhere. However, when they end their stream, that does not mean they are going to remain on the platform and all of a sudden all of the other streamers on the platform, who are probably much smaller, are going to have an influx of new viewers. It just simply doesn't happen. If that was the case, then everybody that went to Twitch or everybody that went to YouTube would just always sort from the lowest amount of viewers and pick their streamers that way. But they don't. Every now and then you might have a few stragglers decide, hey, that title seems funny and interesting, or ooh, I like that thumbnail and I like that game. Let me see what this person is about. But by and large, when you have a large streamer on a small platform, just like Mixer tried to do, all they end up really doing is spending money on somebody who's attracting their core audience only, not really bringing in a ton of new viewers, and certainly not transferring their viewership down. Since we're on the topic of viewers, the second major point, which is right now overall a negative, however, it could turn into a positive simply because of the gap that exists in the Rumble market, and that is that there just aren't very many people on the platform. At the time of recording this video, the gaming category live viewers right now is 5,790. It's a very small number. Usually when you jump onto the Rumble gaming homepage, that number is reflected across the first 4 streams on the entire platform. Now again, this is as good as it is bad. At any given time, there's probably roughly between 5 and 7 pages of gaming occurring in real time, which is great. When it comes to competition, you have a significant chance of being discovered organically compared to a platform like Twitch. However, when the vast majority of the viewers on that platform are watching the first 4 streams on the first page, it's still not super likely somebody's going to scroll all the way to the very end where you likely are to click on your stream. All in all, Rumble's viewership represents a unique problem. It's a wide open market that new creators and new streamers can enter into with very little competition, but it still heavily relies on outside promotion to get people to actually find your stream, click on your stream, especially when a platform like Rumble and gaming are not synonymous and just simply aren't household names at this point in time. Apart from the viewership on Rumble, the overall feature set of Rumble is relatively lackluster at this point in time. Now, with the likes of Dr. Disrespect and other streamers who are hopefully helping build out the platform and guide these folks on what Rumble needs, it doesn't really support much. There really aren't many chat features. The raid mechanic is a bit kooky. You have to type into your own chat, something like a forward-facing bracket and the name of the channel and then confirm the raid. That's a little convoluted when you could simply have a feature that allows you to raid a channel by clicking one button, much to the likes of Twitch, and simply send your viewership there that way. It also doesn't currently support any resolution above 1080p. Now, I know some streamers do stream on Rumble in 1440p. I believe they're rerouting their stream through a third-party software, however. I could be wrong about that, but I'm fairly certain that Rumble does not support 1440p streams. It very well may, I just don't know if it does native. Aside from that though, there just really aren't that many ways to engage as a viewer on Rumble, something that continues to allow Twitch to remain the undisputed king of viewership. When it comes to being a viewer, there is no better place than Twitch. The myriad of ways that you can interact with your streamer, with your favorite content creator as a viewer are practically limitless. The amount of extensions that you can install as a streamer to allow your community to interact with you more, play games while you stream, compete in contests, earn points. The list just goes on and on and on. Twitch does it better than anyone. YouTube isn't even close, and Rumble isn't even in the same universe. Now let's get into the meat and potatoes of what I think Rumble ultimately needs to succeed succeed as a platform that is trying to represent itself as a new place for people to invest in and to come. If anyone was around during the Mixer days, we all know how that went. They spent a bunch of money on big names only to flop and disappear. Now, Rumble has been around for a long time and has existed largely outside of gaming for a long time, so I don't think Rumble stands to make the same mistakes or have the same risks, if you will, simply because their reputation has already been established. However, if Rumble and the division of Rumble Gaming is going to take this seriously, the way that I look at it is something I'm referring to as a bottom-up approach. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, we already touched on one aspect of it, which is that big names and big streamers and big contracts for big people do not help smaller people. All that does is bring a small portion of the already locked in and dedicated community of that streamer to the platform for a very small amount of time, and then they leave the platform. That's it. Those viewers rarely ever trickle down. There has to be an influence as Rumble Gaming is developed and an emphasis on a bottom-up approach, allowing smaller to mid-size streamers to gain viewership, whether it be through collaboration events, platform-wide hosted events, a small to mid-size creator showcase. The ideas could go on and on. They're endless here. There are really 100 different ways that you could do it. But if Rumble Gaming is trying to be a platform where new people come, that's not going to happen by signing only large streamers that really only ever raid other large streamers and interact with and support other large streamers. There has to be an emphasis and a method for the platform to rotate through smaller to mid-sized streamers as well. Create a space where it's fun and it's engaging and it's rewarding to interact and collaborate as a small and mid-sized streamer, as well as a viewer. Create events that small to mid-sized streamers can take part in that showcase their channel. Maybe it's an event where you win something. You win an exclusive, first page slot. Who knows? I'm just spitballing ideas. But the fact of the matter is that if Rumble Gaming were to continue sort of along the same sort of generic path that it's on currently, it'll just end up nothing more than the likes of a Twitch or a Kick or a YouTube, where only the most popular streams are showcased at the top. Everyone that comes to the platform is only going to come for the streamers they know from other platforms, and everyone else that decides to join will either quit, it'll stagnate because they never get seen, or they'll just simply never come at all. So in conclusion, folks, I don't have all the answers. Being a content creator, especially being a live streamer, is really fucking hard. I mean, damn. It really is not an easy thing to do day in and day out, week after week, month after month, most of the time for years, for little to no reward or payoff. It is, however, the creator's responsibility to do everything they can to market and to collaborate and to promote themselves beyond the platforms that they stream on or the main platform that they create video on demand content for. It's not exclusively up to the platform itself to make sure that every single streamer or content creator there gets their moment in the spotlight. However, my point remains firm, and I hope that it's something that Rumble Gaming is understanding and feedback they're being given, that they need to have something in place that differentiates themselves from other platforms, that really places an emphasis on the growth and foundation of the platform from the bottom up. That's when everyone wins. When you have the small to mid-size events and collaborations and contests and highlights and showcase, whatever it may be, and that gets people excited about Rumble Gaming and they flood to Rumble Gaming and everyone's creating channels on Rumble Gaming, well then everyone wins. Because when the big guys and gals are there, everyone already knows them. So if you're on the platform to watch somebody who's up and coming, it's just an added bonus that somebody you're already very familiar with just so happens to be there as well. So should you stream on Rumble Gaming? Should you create content for Rumble Gaming? In all honesty, the answer is really up to you. In short, I would say yes. Unfortunately, the days of being able to stream or create content on one platform are just over. Everyone in 2024 going into 2025 is simply going to be streaming and creating content on as many platforms as they possibly can. It's a huge pain in the ass to have to try to keep up with, believe me, I know, and that's not even including all of the secondary or tertiary content you have to promote on platforms outside of live streams or VODs. However, it's just the reality of this industry. If you're looking to try to gain as much exposure and awareness for your brand as possible, then you need to be on as many platforms as you can be on. If Rumble doesn't align with who you are as a person or a creator, then don't do it. A lot of people feel that way about Twitch. It's just a reality though that Twitch is not going anywhere, and neither is YouTube. They are the undisputed champions of video on demand content as well as live streams. So the likes of X streaming and Rumble gaming and Kick and all of these other people who are trying to make a name in the scene is great, but there's a long road ahead for them, and ultimately I hope that these types of messages are getting through to them so we don't just have a different shade, a different hue of Twitch. Would love to know what you folks think in the comments below. No matter where you're watching this video, whether it's on YouTube or Rumble, we do stream live 3 days a week. We've got links all over the place to every social and every channel. Tons of videos about what's going on in the gaming industry, games themselves, platform decisions like this one. These are the types of things we'd like to talk about here. Would love to have you as a part of the community. Throw a like on the video, it's totally free. Throw a sub or a follow on the channel, and I'll see you guys online.